guys, me, your host, Superstar. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today we're going to look at my top 10 favourite Black Series figures in my collection. You guys have asked for this video a couple of times now, so I thought I'll finally get around to making it for you. We're going to take a look at my favourite Black Series figures in my collection, and who do you think is going to be number one? Have a guess. Let us know in the comments below. But right now, let's jump in at number 10. Number 10 is actually going to be a group of figures because I can't just choose one, and I've waited so long to reunite them. So I'm going to say that the number 10 spot belongs to all of the Rebels. I think they're all good in their own way, and it took so long to get them together, and they finally re-released them with all new face tech and stuff, so they all match. But the Rebels will always be my favourite, as it was my favourite TV series for Star Wars. So number 10 spot goes to those pesky Rebels. Staying on this side of the shelf, at number 9 is Cadbane. Cadbane again was another character from my childhood, from the Clone Wars, that took so long to come out, and I was super happy when he did that. I got the special edition one with his little robot friend, and I was so happy to have this guy in my collection. So number 9 spot goes to Cadbane. Number 8, I'm giving it to my little Ewoks. I love the Ewoks so much. Return of the Jedi is my favourite movie, and I love the Ewoks so much. They are awesome. I really can't wait, like I said in one of my videos recently, to build the little Endor tree houses, so I can put these guys in them. I just want to get a few more and customise them, and I'll put them together. So yes, the next spot goes to the Endor Ewoks. The number 7 spot goes to Dr. Aphra. I was a massive fan of her comic books going into that figure coming out, and when they released her and the droids, I was super happy. Dr. Aphra is now stupidly hard to get hold of, and she goes for silly money, but she is in my top favourites. I am never letting that figure go. She's awesome, and definitely is in deservance of a spot on this list. So Dr. Aphra, you are firmly staying in my collection at number 7. Number 6, we're going to go for Jar Jar Binks, okay? Yeah, man, it took so long. We took so long to get that figure, and it's super awesome. But yes, he definitely deserves a spot on the list. As you can see here, I've got the line up there, look. Episode 1 is my favourite movie. Please give us a young Anakin and young Padme and to finish that line off. Or at least a Watto or something. Love Episode 1. I grew up on that movie. I didn't hate it like most people did. So Jar Jar Binks, you're on my list. Number 5 is going to be Gina Solo. She definitely deserves a spot on this list. That face sculpt is still one of the best, I think. And she looks so good. The figure has aged perfectly as well. It doesn't look too bad by modern standards. Even this figure did come out a few years ago now. I love Gina Solo so much. She's definitely a favourite in my collection. Obviously, we took off the bloody flight suit harness. I hated that thing. Just to have her, like, sort of proper costume. And yeah, she's awesome. Love the hairpiece. Love how she looks. The holster and everything, just like Han Solo. It's brilliant. Love it. She's definitely deserving of a spot on my list today. Number 4 is the Emperor. Do it. Number 4 is the Emperor in my top 10. He definitely is one of my favourites and definitely deserves a spot on this list. But yes, the Emperor coming in at number 4. Staying over here again, number 3 is Ahsoka. Of course, Ahsoka's on my top 10 list, and this season 7 version of Ahsoka is definitely awesome. I do have the original Ahsoka down here somewhere. There she is. But this newer version is so much nicer. So, episode 7 Ahsoka, you made the list. My number 2 and number 1 are probably going to surprise a lot of people, to be honest. But my number 2 choice is definitely... I love little Force Yoda. He is so cool. This is definitely one of those ones that I really like in my collection, and I've got the Obi-Wan to go with him as well. I wish they would just give us the Anakin, old Anakin, to go with them, so I can put them together and put Luke on and Leia on like the balcony bit. I'd love to recreate that scene for an actual photography shot. But it's nice to have these in the ghost forms. They haven't made any more in a long time. I'd love them to do a Qui-Gon or something, because obviously Qui-Gon was one of the first, I believe, to discover the the way of coming back through the Force like that, I believe, from the canon, if I remember. So I'd love to see some more figures done in that style. Did that surprise you at number 2, having a little Yoda there? Most people are probably expecting like a Boba Fett or something. But before we do the number 1, I will give you some honourable mentions from my collection. Honourable mention number 1 is Slave Leia. She always holds very dearly in my heart because it was the first ever Black Series I ever bought. I got this in Florida in 2005. Long before I was a collector of Black Series, just because it was Slave Leia. I know they don't make much merch for Slave Leia, so I bought it up straight away. That was my dip into the rabbit hole of the Black Series line, and I've never looked back. That same year, by the way, I passed up on getting a Wampa. And I also passed up on getting the Tauntaun set with Han Solo. Meh. But anyway, if I knew what I knew now. Next honourable mention, guys, is going to go to Master Mace Windu, a great figure in the series. And my final honourable mention is going to go to Padme. The only Padme figure we've had in the line so far. I do hope they make a proper Queen Amidala at some point. We've got so many Leias and so many Reys, but not enough Padmes. So, we definitely need more Padmes. But guys, it's time to choose my number 1. And who could it be? Who could it be? Probably different from what you guys were thinking, but my number 1 choice is Count Dooku. Waited for this figure for so long. The face sculpt is spot on to Christopher Lee. It looks perfect. I love that figure so much. So glad to have it in my collection. I'm so glad they made it. Also with the passing of Christopher Lee as well, this makes this figure all the more better to have. And yeah, it's Darth Tyrannus, man. He's just such an awesome character. Count Dooku's brilliant. So glad to have him in my collection, and he is today's number 1 choice of my favourite Black Series figures. So guys, did my list today surprise anybody? I'd really like to know. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't worry, this isn't the only video you're going to get today. Another video is going to be online in a few hours, so stay tuned for that. But guys, as always, if you're new around here, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And leave me your favourite figures down below from the Black Series. Who is your golden figure from the Black Series? Who is your favourite one? Let us know in the comments down below. And guys, as always, I want to thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you.